Hello people of the web, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As we stand here in the rain, we will start episode 5 of my Let's Play series from the Vanilla High server. We are starting the episode at spawn. This is where you come when you first join the server. Now all members can teleport to spawn and their spawn point using their guidebook. Mind you, we're limited to just 5 teleports to spawn per day. Players often meet in this area so that they can trade both with players and NPCs. The NPCs offer aesthetic items you can use as decoration, or as of yesterday you can now trade sandstone and quartz blocks for their smooth variations. Now all I need to do to get home is use my guidebook. Teleport home. See, that was easy. Originally, I designed the functioning part of our mob farm in Creative, sent Hushbug a world download, and she designed the quartz, glazed terracotta, sea lanterns and concrete design that wraps around it. Once it was designed, I then had the job to gather the resources and build it in survival. I think I got the more labour intensive job. Oh, and as a side note, I will just mention that Hushbug's design wasn't quite the right size, so I did have to rebuild it in order to fix her miscalculation. Not bitter. While it is a very beautiful design, it does vary from the original concept in another way too. Hushbug originally used smooth quartz, which while it is in the vanilla game, there isn't a crafting recipe for it, so we couldn't use it in our build. Since the trade has been added to the NPCs at spawn, I can now rebuild the mob farm so it can be as it was originally intended. Now I've gathered some prismarine blocks, which is my favourite thing to use as scaffolding. We have an endless supply of it coming out of the Guardian farm. Oh, and I'm in a water elevator. Very useful little thing I built. The mob farm is complete without the quartz blocks around it. However, I don't want to just pillar up and break the quartz blocks as they'll fall into the ocean. So what I'm going to do is build a platform underneath it, then break all the quartz blocks, then replace them all with quartz blocks. Smooth quartz blocks, but yeah. As I'm standing here building the platform, occasionally the mob farm activates and there's scary things that drop through this hole and past my face. It's hard to show it off at this angle, but if you look at the regular quartz, it has this kind of cloudy texture to it, whereas the smooth quartz has the nice trimmed edges. I just popped down to grab some more prismarine, and I thought I'd look at the quartz. Now I definitely think it's an improvement from what it was, which is on the right hand side, to what it is now on the left. I've just finished half of it. I want to take a quick video shot so you could see what it looks like and compare the two sides. All done. Just have to break this block and we can view the results. Much better. Now technically the bottom of the iron farms could also be decorated with the chiseled smooth quartz. However, that's got flowing water and I'm not sure I'm going to mess with that. And most of the time when you're walking around the base you don't see the bottom of the iron farms, whereas you do see the bottom of the mob farm a lot more. It would seem to me that our new nether portal has attracted our first guest. You're not invited though. A gold ingot. Bonus! While our mob farm gives us plenty of drops, we do have a skeleton spawner just to the south of our base, which I would like to turn into a farm. If I can figure out how, I'm going to build it so that I should be able to make it both work automatically whenever a player is near, and have a switch to turn it into an XP farm. Fortunately for me, our skeleton farm is very easy to find. It's marked by this large yellow duck. Rude creeper trying to interrupt me. Running on ice doesn't really work very well. Oh, no gunpowder. I have a few ideas of how I'm going to develop this, but the first thing for me is to dig out the area around the spawner. and as if by magic I have now successfully dug a hole. Although I do intend to make it a little bit fancier. I'm running redstone behind the walls. I'll typically replace any block that I'm going to place redstone on with stone brick. This helps me to prevent accidentally breaking a circuit while mining in the area. The redstone circuit has been placed so at any time if I need to work on the room I can turn the lights on, disable the spawner, and I don't have to worry about being shot to death. Seems to work. Looks like I've got company in the mob spawner. However, for a skeleton spawner, it's a little bit out of place. Ooh, a hat. Me and my fancy hat. I may have gone a little bit overboard with the lights, but I'd rather go on the safe side. See if it works. Yep, they spawn in there. Oh, I forgot this torch here. Whoop. Another guest. Aw, no hat. We're about finished on the aesthetics. Let's just see how it works now I've blocked out most of the light sources. Of course there's some bleeding in from the room behind me, but that's obviously dark enough that they're spawning. Ouch! The spawner room is just about complete, and I've hooked up a simple flush piston door with a light switch. This allows me to flick the switch if I ever want to work on the room or just turn off the spawner. After working on and off the project throughout the day, I've made some noteworthy progress, and I'm very pleased with how it's all going. All the skeletons flushed out of the spawn room and along to a bubble elevator. They go up 20 something blocks and then move a few blocks to the side and fall down. This is where they land. The drop should be exactly enough to kill them. However, in case they have feather falling on their boots, the block under their feet is a magma block, which should finish them off. Forced inside the magma block is a hopper minecart, which instantly picks up any drops. The advantage of dropping them exactly the distance required is that with a flick of a switch, I can push a slab out to where they drop. This means that when they fall down, they'll need just a single hit to kill them off. With all the drops we'll be getting, we'll need some sort of bulk storage. And as a nice bonus for me, there's a cave spider spawner in range of where I want to build my sorter and storage system. Sadly, it's not close enough to the skeleton spawner that they can both be loaded simultaneously. But I might as well build a spider grinder so that whenever I am near enough to it, we get some drops. While this design doesn't need to be fancy, I'll still line the room with stone brick. This way I won't accidentally break into the room. 10 minutes later and we're done. Just need to seal it up, turn the lights off and hope that we get some string. It's working. Shh, they'll hear me and come and attack. This is only producing a small amount of string, but it's a nice bonus. I sat down last night to make a start on the sorting system. I ended up spending more time than I initially expected, and in that time I managed to tidy up everything and build a sorting system with overflow protection and a disposal unit for any excess drops. And as a bonus, I've been managing to keep my equipment fairly well repaired throughout. As well as a few alterations that I have to do, there is a temporary wall over here that Hushbug has kindly agreed to decorate. There's no access to this place via the overworld. However, if you go through the Nether, you will find that our portal is just a short distance away. This is where I'm going to end today's episode. I believe that the progress is significant, and I hope you've enjoyed joining me. If you could help out my channel by liking the video or subscribing, it really would mean the world to me. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye now.